So first of all, thank you for having me. For me, this collection is very special because it talks about different relationships with the environment and the respect that we need to have for our ecosystems. So I'm inspired by the four elements like water, fire, nature, and the soil. And it's an homage to all of the elements that are part of our world and how we need to look after them. In this specific collection, we are using reclaimed materials that we found from dead stock sources and donated to us. Some are offcuts from other industries like furniture industry. And we're also experimenting with new materials like biofungi sequence that can be composted safely after the end of use. And it's the whole idea of celebrating materials that can go back to the ground and nourish it. So for this specific collection, we're using reclaimed materials that were donated to us, like vintage silk and also dead stock velvet from the furniture industry. And we're also experimenting with new materials like bio-based fungi sequence that can be safely composted. The idea is that we use materials that can go back to the ground as well.
So basically my collection is inspired by the Greek myth of Arethusa. There is an actual place situated in Sicily, the land where I live. And the inspiration came from the mythology of this history. So from the cloud to the spring. So the concept of sustainability in my personal creation begins with the using of recycling materials, such as sea glass that I personally collected from the beaches of my hometown, but also with recycled wool materials that enable me to create pieces that comes from recycled materials, but also the garment can be recycled. What I hope from the audience is that they are gonna able to understand my viewpoint of fashion, but most importantly, that they feel like in my inner world. My goal is to recreate the Greek myth of Arethusa within an embodied experience for everyone of the audience.
我的灵感一直都是来自于我家乡的生活环境。我是来自于景德镇的一个陶瓷的工作室，我一直都生长在这里。可以看到我的系列里面有那种宁谧的工作室的环境，破碎的陶瓷的质感，还有湿漉漉的环境，还有那种着火的光，就这些所有的都构成了我系列的元素。你可以看到我的系列里面有很多结构的部分，尤其是我1年前的设计比较多。我大多数的灵感都是来自于陶瓷的破碎的感觉，所以我把闷定的技术运用在了服装里，不管是用锯钉啊，还是用那种绳子捆绑呀，我都是把这些破碎的元素融合在一起。而这些破碎的东西都是有的是回收来的，有的是市场上淘来的，包括我的陶瓷，它的那些印花都是从市场上拿来的那些工业的 waste， 所以我把它全部都以重组的方式来构成我的设计语言。我觉得我的系列 iconic piece 就是我所有的陶瓷的面料的服装。在疫情期间，我把陶瓷研究成了一个可以穿着的面料，我把它烧得特别薄，然后再把它复合在面料上。这个面料它非常的轻，整体的裙子2到3公斤，和一件皮革大衣差不多重。我觉得这些所有的陶瓷的 pieces 都是我的 iconic pieces。
저 같은 경우는 주로 한국의 전통에서 영감을 많이 받고요. 고궁박물관이라든지 좀 박물관에 있는 유물, 유산들, 그리고 한국 전통의 건축물, 그리고 컬러 같은 경우는 여러 회화 작가들의 작품들에서 좀 많이 영감을 받는 편입니다. 저 같은 경우는 이제 주로 업사이클 소재를 사용한다든지 지속 가능한 페트병에서 추출한 원사를 사용한다든지 버려지는 웨딩드레스들이나 버려지는 한복들 그런 버려진 소재들을 활용해서 주로 업사이클링 디자인을 하고 있습니다. 제가 이번 컬렉션에서 가장 마음에 드는 피스 같은 경우는 이제 하얀 색깔 누비로 된 피날레 드레스인데요. 이제 한국의 전통적인 누빈 기법을 사용하면서도 서스테이너블 소재를 사용하고 또 리본이라는 이제 한국적인 기법을 이용해서 제가 굉장히 좋아하는 드레스입니다. 이번 컬렉션을 통해서 사람들이 한국의 전통과 이제 서스테이너블 웨이를 결합한 이런 컬렉션이 정말 고루하지 않고 또 한국의 전통에 대해서도 좀 고정관념을 깨게 되는 그런 계기가 됐으면 좋겠고 굉장히 한국의 패션이 흥미롭구나라는 거를 느꼈으면 좋겠습니다.
I'm very happy to be in Hong Kong and to have my first show here because we have a lot of fans in Asia, especially in China and Hong Kong. So it's kind of coming back to where we have a lot of support. So the inspiration for the collection is a mix of the East and the West. There's a lot of influence on it. I love to mix an idea of spirituality and different idea of creating garments. So one is wrapping a cloth of fabric around the body, and the other one is shaping and cutting fabric to shape the body. My concept of sustainability is really working with a 3D tool, with like Style 3D software studio, where we do digital pattern cutting from A to Z, so we avoid a lot of toiling and process, and we only have one physical garment, which reduce like the entire creative development of a garment.
咁我一直係鍾意哥特式啊，同埋文藝復興啊。咁今次嘅主題我都以騎士嘅精神去演繹嘅。短裙 concept 到手套啦，同埋對 boot 全部都係同一色去製作嘅，所以我最鍾意係呢條短裙。最難做其實係嗰件金色嘅，因為咧佢啲上面啲珠咧全部都係一粒一粒去整上去嘅，同埋咧可能個尺寸都係以 model 嘅 size 去做嘅，所以調整嘅方面會比較多。我想觀眾帶翻去咧，女仔唔一定係靚嘅，我想佢好型啦，好中性，同埋好有力量感。
Fashion Summit, see you next year.
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 Fashion Summit, see you next year.